Hello. I'm back. Sorry it took me a minute to get this video out. I needed to give myself some time to marinate after the season finale, okay? You know, sometimes you just need to think for a second before you talk about Cold Harbor, the season finale. I got lots of thoughts, lots of things to say, so let's get into it.
I hope this episode of Severance kicks ass.
This video, I have a special treat for you because I actually recorded myself watching the finale for the first time with my brother. So you get to see me, you get to see my brother reacting to freaking Cold Harbor.
Oh no, all of your viewers are gonna flame me because I don't know anybody's name. I know Michael. Wait. Mark.
The way I'm structuring this video is that I will be here talking sometimes, and then I will occasionally cut to footage of me and my brother watching Severance and our reactions to the scenes that I'm talking about. So it'll be a little bit of back and forth. Hopefully this is fun for you. Let me know what you think. Anything you want to say to the people?
Yeah, I got a few things. I got a few things I could say. I was one of Shay's, my sister's first subscribers. I've been begging to be in a video, finally. Hopefully our commentary will kick ass.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, I'm going on Do Not Disturb. I'm not getting a single notification.
Hell yeah. All right, man. Let's talk about Severance. The finale was amazing. Super well done, as always. I do have so many thoughts, so many things I want to talk about that I really, really liked about this. This ending didn't feel as satisfying to me as the finale of season 1, but it was still really, really good. And I think that how they start season 3 is really going to make or break this season finale, if that makes sense. In this episode, it is 1,000,000% confirmed Mr. Milchick is a theater kid, and that explains everything about him. Mr. Milchick's entire personality makes so much more sense now. He's a theater kid, which makes him ultimately a lot more innocent of a character than I had initially assumed. Wow. Okay.
He's got an attitude now. Oh shit. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Barely. What the fuck?
He's rushing to get to Cold Harbor or do something. Look at him.
That was what?
He doesn't give a shit about Dylan.
That was crazy.
He doesn't give a shit.
Or maybe he just like really doesn't want to see his emotional response. He's like, I gotta get out of here so fast.
He's going somewhere for sure. The
part where Mr. Milchick like runs away through the hallways, it was like, what is he doing? He really is trying to get somewhere fast. And it's funny when you realize that he was just trying to make his cue for this performance that he put together for Mark.
Manager!
That's what he had to get there for.
He had his cue. He's such a theater kid.
He is, huh?
Can't believe I just saw it. Season 2 has been the severed floor under management of Seth Milchick. And that's why a lot of the episodes have been so out of the box, maybe a little bit weird. It's because of Mr. Milchick's management style. So the first episode, when all the people have been replaced with new people and Mr. Milchick lies about how long it's been and what's going on in the outside world. In hindsight, I now look at that as an example of him just being an extravagant human being, trying to solve problems in a very performative, flamboyant manner. And then episode 4, when they have the Ort bow, they go out into the mountains and they're doing this weird, like, biblical scavenger hunt with these like weird ghostly, maybe animatronic beings following them around. It makes sense this was set up by Mr. Milchick again. So watching episode 10 helped me realize that the reason this season has felt so flamboyant, a little extra, is because it's a reflection of Mr. Milchick's management style. That's why it's been so wild and crazy. And I do think that Milchick is genuinely trying to make change in the office. He's genuinely trying to do the right thing. He's just, you know, a little misguided because the company's a freaking cult. But what do you do? What do you do? You know? What? He looked like the Cheshire Cat.
What?
And the freaking marching band. I don't know how I feel. I actually know. I'm just gonna say I hate it. I hate the marching band. I hate it so much.
What? What?
Okay, it makes sense that this is Mr. Milchick's style, that Milchick put all this together. What I have a problem with, what I do not understand, is one, the behavior of the marching band people. Like, why do they keep playing music even after there's clearly a conflict going on? Were they planning on like a full 30-minute marching band performance for Mark S. and didn't even care after the people they were performing for started fighting Mr. Milchick and like Mark disappeared? They don't care. They just keep going. Like 10 minutes later, even after Mr. Milchick gets shoved and locked into the bathroom with a freaking vending machine, they're still just banging on the drums, dancing around, playing their music. What are you doing?
Oh my god.
Yes, Dylan.
How did he get that there?
I don't know.
I guess maybe his Audi does do muscle shows.
But what I don't get even more, like this may be my least favorite thing about this show so far. Like I can't handle, I don't like it, I hate it.
Choreography and merriment, return to your department now!
Choreography and merriment is a department on the severed floor with like 50 people in it? What? At first I thought maybe they were unsevered people hired to do this performance on the severed floor. No. This is like a department on the severed floor of severed people, and their entire job is being a marching band. So what, they go to work every day and just be a marching band? How much money is this company wasting on 50 severed people?
Imagine being severed and your only thing is like you play instruments.
Yeah.
You're a marching band.
The marching band is deeply upsetting to me. This bothers me exponentially more than the code detectors ever have. This is my new biggest gripe with this show, is the fucking marching band. It's just so unserious. Why are you a department that exists?
I hate this marching band. I want them to go away.
No hate to band kids, okay? Just marching band kids. But it was really fun seeing Mr. Milchick dance around and being a little theater kid. That, I will say, was really fun. I want to talk about Helly's scene with Jame Egan.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Jame.
Fuck this guy. I hate him. His first name is Jame. Look how he walks. Ugh.
Like the creeper.
Yeah.
What's that?
That must be the creeper!
CEO Jame Egan comes down to the severed floor into the MDR workspace to confront Helly. Love this scene. It was so creepy. I love how Helly reacts to him, just like, oh my god, you are so weird.
I threw a tin of candies.
God, you're fucking weird.
This scene, while pretty short, I think is a pretty pivotal moment for what we're going to see moving forward in season 3 and beyond. At least I think so. I hope so. I don't know. Jame brings up how he sees Kier in Helly, how he used to see it in Helena. Kier faded out of Helena, but now he sees Kier in Helly.
I do not love my daughters.
Whoa.
I shy at others in the shadows.
Ew.
But he wasn't in them either. Until I saw him again. In you.
You and your family created hell, and you're going to burn in it.
There he is.
Helly's got her arm out, pen ready. She's prepped to absolutely attack this guy. And that's when he says, there it is. There's Kier. And I don't know exactly what it is, but it seems like the hatred, the anger, the aggression is what Jame is looking for in his predecessor. And I almost wonder if Jame is going to give Helly some sort of special treatment moving forward, and maybe that's how the innies are going to be okay in the next season, is because the main big bad CEO really likes Helly and her vibe. Now to talk about my absolute favorite part of this episode, something I loved immensely.
There's somebody else who wants to talk to you, actually.
Show a video of Mark. Yes. Show a video.
Nice call.
I love that it's on an old camera.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if I saw it right, that video camera looked really cool.
I really enjoyed how this season had a build up to Mark being at the birthing cabin, having the opportunity to have a conversation with his innie.
Why'd she open the windows?
Record your response
If he leaves.
Oh.
and step outside.
Oh, he's talking to himself.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay.
He gets to have a conversation with himself. That's so
That's
cool.
so cool. I think he's gonna tell him about having sex with Helena.
He's like, actually, I have a girlfriend and I'm kind of invested in this.
I also love the lighting choices they made in this scene where Annie Mark is lit with red light and Audi Mark is lit with blue light. So their colors are crossed while they are communicating with each other. I thought that was a really cool touch. The fireplace in the middle with those weird, creepy, freaky statues in the background, the pregnant freaking statues. What the fuck is up with that?
All right. What, did you pick
They
up
were
on something?
pregnant. The statues are pregnant. What the fuck?
Yeah, well, was the other one just fat?
Remember how there was all those babies in the intro sequence?
Yeah.
It's like an image of Kier as a baby.
What's up with all those freaking babies?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
There has been this underlying theme of babies and fertility throughout the show, which I find very interesting. I don't know what that means, but I find it interesting. The conversation between Innie and Audi Mark was so cool to me. I loved this. It was really cool how this video camera conversation started out with Mark apologizing to his Innie. This tender, really good apology. Then them starting to talk about reintegration. The conversation is really productive. It's going super well until Mark disrespects his Innie by disrespecting Helly.
Miss Cobell told me you like someone down there? Helena Egan, right? Your Innie name's Helene?
Ooh, he said her name wrong.
Oh, he was doing so good.
While it seems like a pretty innocent mistake that Mark would say the wrong name, it's a negligent mistake. He's been saying all the right things so far, but when it comes down to it, he does value himself and his own life more than the life and feelings of his Innie.
Oh, he did not like that.
Yeah.
Helene. Oh, he kind of like
Yeah,
said it
that's like
offhanded
disrespectful. I mean, I'm sure he didn't know, but it's like, wow, you don't even care enough to know her real name. Like, it's trivial.
Well, it was like, yeah, it was like offhanded.
To Mark S., Helly is the most important thing in his world. His Audi is sitting here being like, oh yeah, that's so cute.
Honestly, I love that you got that experience.
That's so cute that I love that for you. But like, my relationship is way better than yours, so...
So now you can imagine, like, what you and Helene have, but multiplied.
He fucked up, man. He fucked up. And I love how this conversation then turns into them being against each other. It's like they become enemies.
Then you can see why I have to get my wife back. I have to have her back.
They've both become the villain in each other's lives.
It's Helly, actually. It's the person I'm in love with. It's the person I'll lose if I do what you say.
I loved the choice that Cobell made to talk to Innie Mark,
He's a fucking child. He won't listen.
Let me speak to him. Alone.
which she probably should have done from the beginning and explained all this to him from the beginning, but we gotta be dramatic, okay? This is Miss Cobell. Gotta be dramatic. When Cobell is talking to Mark, dropping all these truth bombs on him, which we'll talk about that more in the longer video, but the thing that she says to Mark S. that gets him really triggered and angry and essentially ends this whole conversation, she talks about how he can never be with Helly.
She's an Egan. You're nothing to them.
No, I don't believe you.
They're using you.
No!
That's the thing that makes him be like, I'm not talking to anybody. Get me back into the office. I'm done. I don't want to do this. I love the transition back into the office. Such a cool shot.
Wow.
And the freaking painting. Oh my God. The freaking painting.
Oh, now he's got all of this.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Wait.
They changed the painting.
Okay.
What the fuck? Why? I was so freaked out by this painting when I watched it. We actually paused and were like up next to the TV looking at the painting because I can't like what? What even is this? Is crazy.
Everybody's in it. There's the Tempers in the back.
Rickin's in there. Bert's in there.
Egans are up top.
I'm gonna get closer to it.
What's that? Oh, that's the... Oh my God, these are Rickin's friends.
Really? No, I don't remember what they look like.
Look at them.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
The guy that's like, I found your child.
Yeah.
I'm the one who found her!
Why is he in there?
Who's that?
That's Petey.
Oh, that's Petey.
And then we've got the arc of Mark and Helly in this episode, which I absolutely adore. This was done so beautifully. I'm such a fan. Mark and Helly both know this is the end, right? This is the end for them. They're probably never going to see each other again. They're probably never going to exist again after this whole thing goes down, right? They talk about the equator and have that cute little like, I'll see you at the equator before he runs away to go save Gemma. Something that really stood out to me is that Mark and Helly did not kiss goodbye. They have a goodbye that's so sweet and tender, but it's so unsatisfying. It's not a true goodbye of like romantic lovers. This preps us for the very end of this episode, making the end more satisfying and more shocking at the same time, at least in my opinion. So now fast forward to the very end of this episode. Major spoiler alert. I mean, you're here, so you probably have already seen it or you want the spoilers, but either way, major spoiler alert. At the very end of this episode, after Mark gets Gemma out the door, this is such an interesting situation for him, because if you think about it, he's with Miss Casey, who he knows. Then she steps onto the other side of that door, and now she is a complete stranger to him. Mark does not know this woman, and she's sitting there being like, we need to go. Come with me, come with me, come with me. Meanwhile, Helly steps in behind him. She is everything to him, and he has to now make the choice whether to lose her or leave with this stranger. It makes perfect sense to me that he would get scared and start walking away and choose Helly. And I love the way that he shows her that he is choosing her. He slowly walks up to her and slowly reaches down to hold her hand. It's something that I would argue is even more intimate than a goodbye kiss. He would rather choose her and the unknown than leave with this stranger who is the wife of someone who is now his enemy. To me, his choice to pick Helly makes perfect sense, and I love that they did this. I know so many people were so freaking mad at it.
I am distraught.
Why? Tell me everything you're feeling. I need details.
No, I just am so sad that that is what Mark S. decided to do. Oh, it's hurting. That is not how I was expecting it to go. And now I'm so sad about this scene.
I loved it. I wasn't mad. I'm not mad about it.
Oh, I hate this scene.
It is so true to Mark as a character. We have seen consistently the thing that matters most to him is love, that he has a very big heart. He is a big romantic. He would do anything for the woman he loves. And any Mark, the woman he loves is Helly. It would make sense that he would have just the same amount of crazy drive to be with Helly as his Audi does to be with Gemma. At the same time, it's so devastating and heartbreaking for Gemma, who's watching through the doorway and can't do anything about this, but she's seeing her husband walk away with another woman. And now we get to see Gemma in this state of extreme distress. It's such a cool contrast going on. It's just such an unexpected twist. I'm very happy with it. I don't know. I'm happy with it. I liked it. Sue me. All right, sue me. I liked it. I love at the end where Mark and Helly are running through the hallways holding hands, and it almost looks like they're frolicking together. There's a moment where there's a bit of a smile that appears on Helly's face. They look like little menace toddlers ready to go wreak havoc on the world and destroy everything, and I love that for them. I'm not a fan of the freeze frame they added on the end. I think they picked this freeze frame to make Mark look good, and they didn't really prioritize Helly looking good. I'm gonna pick a different freeze frame that I think would have been better for the last shot of this show. Just my personal opinion. The other plot that was super cool in this episode was the goats.
The goat lady.
Goats.
Do we get to find out what the goats were for?
It's a cute one. She's so cool looking.
She's emotional.
Maybe it's because she loves this goat and it's gonna die.
I think we all could have assumed that the goats were being bred for culty sacrifice rituals. I think we all saw that coming. I was hopeful it was going to be something else, but no.
Oh God.
This is like a really intense cult.
This is just straight up sacrificial death cult. awesome.
I mean, the goat should have implied that from season 1.
The secret room where they have like the sacrificial goat area is kind of awesome. I love it. It's super spooky. It reminds me a lot of the back rooms. I liked how the doors just kind of disappear into the wall. I thought that was super cool. Also freaky as hell. I hate it at the same time because it's so spooky and I was so scared. I was so scared about the goat getting shot. I was so worried they were gonna kill the goat.
So sad. No, oh don't, I don't want to see it. I can't watch.
You see that little...
No, I'm
thing
not
on the
watching. Wait.
This ends up being one of the more satisfying parts of this whole episode is the whole goat plot and the Mr. Drummond plot and the fight that breaks out with Mr. Drummond. Insane. When Mr. Drummond starts fighting Mark, like beating him up, it just comes out of nowhere and it's super shocking. The fight scene was super well choreographed. It feels very realistic, drawn out and slow. And they don't have any music playing underneath, which adds to the suspense and the realistic feeling of this fight.
Oh my god! That was some cool fight choreography.
Yeah, it was. It was very, like, realistic.
And just brutal, heartless.
He is a maniac.
Love how Gwendolyn joins in on the fight. She starts beating up this guy and then he starts beating up a woman, which is insane. Like the way that he's just so fucking brutal, it makes it so satisfying when he dies. You just want him to die so bad because he sucks so bad.
Honestly, I don't like gore, but I do want to see his brains blow out.
And then he does. It feels so good. It feels so good when he died. I loved it when he died.
Honestly, he deserved it. That's why they made him so brutal, so it would make his death worth it.
Oh, that was so satisfying.
Yeah.
The fact that it was an accident too, so there's no guilt. Mark isn't like, oh, I killed someone. He's gonna be like, you killed somebody. I woke up and he was dying.
The last shot of Gwendolyn as Mark is leaving her through the hallway, holding her little goat with like blood all over her. Adorable.
She looks so cute. Even though she has blood all over her.
It's so endearing.
Yeah.
She looks like a little Pokemon or something.
I love Gwendolyn. I've never even seen Game of Thrones. I didn't know who she was before Severance, but now I know that her name is Gwendolyn. She's from Game of Thrones and everybody is obsessed with her. Everybody loves her and I do too, without even seeing Game of Thrones. So good job, Gwendolyn, I guess. I love when Mark goes down to save Gemma and runs into the blonde Lumen lady and they start fighting.
Open the door! Step off, fuck out! Do it! No! No!
That might be one of my favorite scenes from this entire season. Back off, fucko! And then she starts yelling at him and he's like shooting the gun at her, but it's empty and they're just screaming at each other. It's so funny. I'm obsessed. I love that part. I also thought it was a pretty fun touch that Jame Egan, their little prophet CEO guy, has a little room that's like a holy of holies. It's crazy how many parallels there are to Mormonism and other cults in this show. This one is a very niche one that I thought maybe might potentially be a reference to Mormonism that I thought was super fun. Jame Egan has his own special little room where he can watch Cold Harbor, the whole test with Gemma taking place. And this reminded me so strongly of a concept in Mormonism called the Holy of Holies. The Holy of Holies is a room inside of one of the Mormon temples that is supposed to be like the most sacred room ever in the whole world. And that's where the prophet goes to talk to God. The prophet is the only guy that's allowed to go into the Holy of Holies. Lumen has a little room like that for their CEO. There's a whole ass elevator that goes into this room and it's just like a one-man room. I just thought that was interesting. I don't know if it was meant to be a parallel to Mormonism, but I thought that was pretty cool. And I love that he gets angry and yells obscenities in that room. It just made me really happy. Meanwhile, the marching band is still playing music at this point. I just don't get it. I don't like it. I hate it.
I love the marching band.
I can't believe they're still there.
Super fun. Logistical nightmare. Deeply upsetting to me. Those are kind of my overall thoughts about the finale. Honestly, it was amazing. This was a great season. I still think I prefer season 1. I think season 1 was better than season 2. However, season 2 was excellent. The art of this show, the cinematography, stellar. absolutely stunning. And episode 7 is still one of my favorite episodes of television ever. Episode 3, I will reiterate, I still think that was a fucking amazing episode. I'm a big fan of this season. I still just like season 1 better. But I'm excited to see where they choose to go with this show moving forward, because obviously they have to keep making it. They have to, and they will. They have to. I hope that we can get justice for Gemma, and I really hope that Helly and Mark end up running the severed floor with the coup that they started and take apart Lumen from the inside out. That'd be really fun, but we'll see. I have no fucking clue. So thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If you liked this video, consider giving me a like on the video. And if you hated this video, absolutely hated it so much, it was the worst video you ever saw, like the video as well. And subscribe, because it will make you sexy and hot, regardless of if you hated or liked my video. Subscription equals sexiness and hotness. And I just would really love that for you. You know, one other reason why it took me 2 months to get to this video is because I was focusing on my Vampire Diaries video. If you have any interest in watching me recap the Vampire Diaries, which is a really fun, silly, fun little video, I would love if you would go watch that, because I worked so hard on it and I would love for it to be seen by people. Okay, anyway, bye!
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.